The Secretary General of NUP, David Louis RUBONGOYA, revealed that there are ghost voters within the National Register. And this must cause an alarm because under a free and fair election, such things should not happen. In fact, the Secretary General came out to even show samples. He said these statements.
There are over 1,527 people whose details appear twice in the register. Can you imagine? Over 1,527 people. And that is just one constituency. And most of these are people who exist twice within the same constituency.
So that is Louis RUBONGOYA coming out to say that there are over 1,000 people who appear twice. One can be in the adjacent constituency and his name is also in another constituency, which means that a person can vote twice in two different constituencies. And it has come out to say that those 1,000 are in only one constituency with duplicate names in another. That is a show of cause. And I think the Electoral Commission is not doing enough. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the whistleblower which was done by RUBONGOYA, saying that there are 1,000 in his constituency only, which must cause an alarm, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to know if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One, by RUBONGOYA coming out to act as a whistleblower, it's not taken for granted. If duplicate names still appear on the National Voters Register, it shows how the scheme that is being used by the system to steal votes. If the Electoral Commission is given a budget, the Electoral Commission was almost given a budget which almost reached $1 trillion. Just a simple Excel app can knock out the duplicates. That's the duplicates. Even if you are not supposed to knock them out, since there are some people with the same names, it can create a buffer for you to see if the duplicates have the same features, okay, and in which constituency they are, but they are failing on their job. And if you see such things happening, you may take it lightly, but 1,000 people per constituencies, and if you have more than 300 constituencies, that translates to almost 3 million votes. Trust me, 3 million votes, if someone can even get a half of them voting for him, is already in the run-up. So as the opposition looking for change, as we go in this election, we must also safeguard it to see if it can bring something positive. Of course, combined with other things. Okay? So it is unfortunate that the Electoral Commission is sleeping on their job when these things are happening. In fact, let me first give you a full tape when RUBONGOYA was saying this. Here is the tape.
There are over 1,527 people whose details appear twice in the register. Can you imagine? Over 1,527 people. And that is just one constituency. And most of these are people who exist twice within the same constituency. We haven't talked about people who are placed in two constituencies, for example. Because you saw for the Matovu case, one person was in Kampala Central, and they put this person again in Kawempe North. Meaning, and what you can see, what you clearly see in this register, they normally put these people in polling stations that are close to each other, within walking or driving distance. Which means it will be possible for someone to go to Kamocha, for example, and vote, and then go to Kawempe and again vote. We have noted that some people have different numbers, voter numbers. Like I said, someone has 2 voter numbers, but is voting at the same portal itself, which all of you are using. This is not our data. This is the Electoral Commission data. This is where we got all this information from. Nabulia Joyce, The voter number ends with 594 and another ends with 826. Again, this person votes at Central Zone, Chairman's Place. Now, like I said, there are other cases. Now, this one called Chiega Gavin, same name, same date of birth, 9th of September 1999, but polling stations, one is near Luzige Clinic, another is in Nachivubo Blue, Senyitu. So this is one person, but voting in two locations.
That is David Lewis RUBONGOYA. So the way elections are stolen, they are stolen on different stages. Even courts which have ever nullified a presidential election, they cite it as a process from clearing the national register. The reason as to why the election in Kenya were nullified is what? Because the vote slips were not paginated, just paginating the votes. So if someone can bring doubles, and in fact I keep on telling the opposition, it's time now to first investigate the national register to see the duplicates. They can have a case in court in a most unlikely event Genome 7 wins an election. They should tax the Electoral Commission to cleanse its voters register because it can bring a problem. In fact, to show you a sample, there is a registered voter with number 64034809 known as Matovu Ronald, date of birth 1986, gender village, Koro Crescent village. Okay? Is a voter, Kampala district, constituency, Kampala Central. You see? Matovu Ronald. And in another voter slip is also Matovu Ronald with a different voter's number, but also in Kawempe division. So you clearly see a voter is in Kampala Central and at the same time is in Kawempe division. That means that same voter can vote in Kawempe and also vote in Kampala Central. And remember, these duplicates mainly happen in Kampala Metropolitan and in Uganda, in the nearby constituencies, because it's easier for you to vote in Kampala Central and later run to Kawempe division. It can create vote thuggery. And trust me, the system can be able to register very multiple people under different voters' number. If they can get at even if 500 per constituency in two different constituencies, that means they are going to cast 2 votes. Those are 1,000. And in more than 300 constituencies, that is 3 million votes. And that must cause an alarm for the disbursement of this electoral commission if they fail to act upon it in a very strict manner. So for me, I think the opposition must get also a machinery to go about these things for as long as they can dispose a machinery to find out more of these people. Because our electoral cycle is becoming a laughing stock. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kavya Sulaiman Mawagali. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.